No, he's not. Not stop. Like stop. He's nothing like Floyd. He doesn't have Floyd's reflexes. He doesn't have Floyd's power at 135, 140, or 147. He's nothing like Floyd. You guys want hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, y'all got me going now. I'm gonna show you guys. You guys want to know who Devin Haney is like? People say he's like Floyd. Is there anybody who thinks that Devin Haney is like Floyd in the chat? Let me know. Who? I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys who Devin Haney is like. Y'all keep saying, Devin Haney is like Floyd. Devin Haney is this. He's that. No. This is who Devin Haney's like. This is Devin Haney. Devin Haney is Oba Carr with better marketing and better management and more dick riders. That's what Devin Haney is. You guys, so for the younger ones out there, or for the ones who don't know the boxing as well, you guys might not even know who Oba Carr is. You're like, who the hell is Oba Carr? Oba Carr was a good fighter. Oba Carr, Oba Carr, I don't think he won a world title. Did he win a world title? I don't think he did. I know he got knocked out against De La Hoya. That was a good fight. That's actually probably one of my favorite De La Hoya fight. But look, Oba Carr was a good fighter, guys. Good technical fighter. He wasn't a big puncher. He only had a 57% KO ratio. And if you watch his fights, skillful, consistent fighter, educated jab. But nothing really would jump off the page when you watch him fight. He's just good. Like, he knows his strengths and he fights to them. And funny enough, if you look at their height and reach, look, Oba Carr's height and reach is 5'9.5", 72-inch reach. Devin Haney's frame is identical, 5'9" with a 71-inch reach. So the frame is identical. Skills are identical. Good fighter. Oba Carr was a good fighter. Like, I don't think he won a world title. Let me see. Did he win a world title? Like, he lost. I know he lost to Ike Cortez early in his career. He lost to Trinidad. Like, he only lost to the best people. Like, he only lost like the top guys. He got knocked out by Trinidad. Some people will say he got robbed against Ike Cortez, right? And then I know he got knocked out against De La Hoya. He beat Yuri. So he beat some good guys. He beat Yuri Boy Campus. He beat Frankie Randall. But he wasn't like a special. He was a good fighter, but he wasn't special. That's who Devin Haney reminds me of. And I've been saying this for years. I know a lot of you guys watch Sean Tuttle. If y'all go catch Sean Tuttle on live, go ask him how long I've been saying this. I've been saying it for a long ass time. Devin Haney to me is the modern day Oba Carr with better marketing and management. That's my opinion. And he's in a weaker era, because look at all those guys Oba Carr had to fight. He had to fight De La Hoya. He had to fight Cortez. He had to fight Felix Trinidad. Those guys are all Hall of Famers, all time great type fighters. Y'all secretly hate Devin. I don't hate Devin. I see Devin for what he is. Like, he's a good fighter. He's a consistent fighter, but he's not a special fighter. And that's my gripe with a lot of people. You get people here in the YouTube box community, people on Twitter, and they try to say, well, Devin is this and Devin is that. Well, look, he'll get his chance to prove it on November 22nd as he goes up and he fights someone bigger and younger than him for like the first time in his career, right? But he ain't special. And I think, Devin Haney has benefited from a weak era where guys don't like to fight each other, where fighters have more money available to them so they can maneuver more than they did during the time of Oba Carr. Who knows? Maybe if Oba Carr, maybe if there was more money in boxing and more networks, maybe a guy like Oba Carr could have been undisputed. Maybe they could have managed him to be undisputed, but it wasn't like that. You had HBO and you had Top Rank and you had Don King controlling boxing. That was it. Like, that's what it was. You had to fight. That's what he did, and he had a good career. But he wasn't a champion. But he beat guys that won titles. He beat Frankie Randall. He beat Yuri Boy Campus. But he wasn't a champion. Don't compare Devin to people with no belts. Only compare him to undisputed champs. If you don't, that's hate. No, because the reality is like, look, man, some eras are better. some eras is worse. And I'm not speaking for boxing. I'm saying for certain divisions. There's no way in hell, like, you can't compare, like, the lightweight division Devin fought in to, like, the division that Oba Carr was fighting in when he had to fight, like, De La Hoya and Corte and Trinidad. You can't. Like, you really can't. Congrats on being undisputed. It's a magnificent accomplishment. I'm not going to take it away from him, but I'm also not going to ignore what I can see on the film. In fact, I'm going to give y'all a homework assignment. Everyone who's here who's never seen Oba Carr fight, I challenge you to go watch Oba Carr versus De La Hoya or Trinidad, and I want you to come back and tell me him and Devin Haney don't fight alike. Tell me they don't fight alike. Straight up. You can only fight in his era. You move the goalposts. I'm not moving the goalposts. I'm telling you what he is. He's a good fighter. I'm not saying he's like you guys making it out saying like I'm saying Devin Haney's a bum or he's trash. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's a good fighter. I'm saying he's accomplished some remarkable things in his career because that's also true. But he's not a special fighter. And to be fair, in the whole sport of boxing, every era, there aren't a whole lot of special fighters. Not everyone can't be special, all right? Not everyone can be the winner. I know like in Little League and some of these little leagues these days, all the kids get a trophy, but guess what? Not everyone's special. Not everyone can be the champion. So my thing is, Oba Carr and Devin Haney fought Daniel the same. And I've been saying this for years. I'm probably going to clip this segment because the people need to hear this. I'm hearing people say that. Like I was listening to a live. I forgot who it was. I was listening to some live, and I heard a guy say recently that Devin Haney has like 7 different styles because he trained with all these different trainers. And in my opinion, I actually think that Devin Haney has a identity problem in the ring. Like when things get tough, I feel like sometimes he don't know when to box and when to punch. I feel like his balance is messed up because like if you look how he throws his jab, his whole weight shifts to his front foot and his back leg flares up. Like he has things that I think are there because he's trained with so many different trainers and there's so many different ideologies. He's trained with Roy Jones, Mike McCallum, and Mayweather Sr. and Al Mitchell and Fareed and Mickey Bay and all these guys. Like and respect to all those guys I named. I met most of them. They're all brilliant boxing minds, but there is such a thing in boxing as too many cooks in the kitchen. And I feel like the flaws that Devin Haney does have as a fighter, a lot of them stem from the fact that he's got ideas from here, ideas from here, ideas from here. And, it is what it is. I actually feel like that's what's limited him that's what limits him as a fighter because he doesn't get enough time in one coach to really like absorb the philosophies of what the coach is trying to show him. So he just got all these different things going on. But that's my opinion for what it's worth. My little 2 cents. Oh my God. Stop. Like, stop it. No, it's not. It's not. It's not on that level. It is not on that level. Like, he has a good jab. It's not on that level. You can't even compare him to Bud, bro. Bud literally doesn't even. Bud spends most of his time boxing out of the southpaw stance. You can't compare them jab-wise. You can't. I seen him fight live, and I can see the comparison. Definitely different comparison. I'm a Trinidad fan. Ike would have been a tough fight, different level of opposition for Carr. I'm not arguing. There's no arguing going on here. Listen. They call arguing. I'm just